Hi, you guys. I'm way late tonight. It is Tuesday night, and I don't even know what time it is. 7:40, and I like to try to come on here at 7:15, but I just came from doing a hypnosis session. Which, if you didn't know, I do hypnosis, and that's one of those in-person things. I can probably do it on Zoom, but that's definitely more of a in-person thing for me. But if you are local to me, I'm in Batavia, Illinois, and I tend to meet people in Geneva, Illinois, at a practice I do some stuff out of. So if that's something you ever need or have an interest in, please let me know. For that, you can always go to journeytopresent.com/call as well, or shoot me an email at melissa@journeytopresent.com. I did a hypnosis session tonight to help a client with a fear of loud noises. And so that was really, really fun for me. And I forget how much I enjoy doing hypnosis work. I've actually had a lot more requests for it lately, which has been interesting. I've taken a lot of training in hypnosis, but I'm taking some additional training in July. And so, it's just what keeps showing up for me. I've had a lot of requests lately. I've done some of it at my kind of normal job, and then I've had some other requests too. So this was fun. I think we really got to the root of it. We went back and did some child regression stuff and found where that originated, and I think we kind of got that taken care of. So I'll be excited to hear and see how that works out for her. But that was a lot of fun for me. But that is why I am late coming on here tonight. And then I got home and realized I didn't have my tripod, which is super annoying for me. I hate not having my tripod. But so that's why this angle is maybe a little weird, but it is what it is. So I definitely am pretty sure I took it out of my bag at work and left it sitting there. Hi, Brittany. And so yeah, I don't know. That was tonight. So I don't actually know what my whole topic is tonight, other than I wanted to talk a little bit about the free confidence taster that I posted online earlier today. That should be floating around my page here somewhere. It is free, and I do a lot of work with people around confidence. I know I've talked about it. I do also have an 8-week course that is paid, that, if you want to go through the 5-day taster, see what you think, see what you like. And if that's of interest to you or appealing to you and want to move forward and do my full 8-week course, highly recommend it. It took me some time to put together. And the truth is that most of us don't realize, I think, where our confidence lacks. Or if we do, we feel like it's unchangeable. I've had so many people say to me, well, I'm just not a confident person. And they genuinely believe that that's like their fate, that they'll never be confident. I wasn't born with confidence. I've never had confidence. Like, it's this unattainable thing. And it's always so interesting to me because I wasn't a confident person as a kid. It's interesting to me now because when I look back on old pictures or videos, it was clear, even in those still frames, that I had so little self-confidence. When there was dance videos of me, when I was, a little ballerina at, age 5, 6, whatever, you can see how little confidence I had, and that I was always doing this. I was always looking to the kid next to me to see if I was doing it right. And if you can't see my eyes in this, I imagine you can. But if you can't, I was always looking. Like, I had to look to everybody else to build me up, to make me feel like I was doing the right thing, to see if I was on track. And I don't know when I got over that, but I want to say it's been in the last 2 or 3 years, which is sad maybe that it took me that long, but also not a life sentence. And I don't know what it was. And we can all go back and be like, oh, that's the moment I lost my confidence, or I never had it because my parents were like this, or I don't know. I'd have to go through my own hypnosis maybe to figure that out. Because even in these videos of me real little, it was very clear that I did not have that. My mom didn't have a lot of self-confidence. And so I think maybe some of that was learned, but I'm sure that wasn't the whole story. But even as a kid, people would say I was really shy. I was really serious, that I didn't have this confidence thing. And, people say, oh, you hit 30 and that's when it kicks in. And maybe that's right. I'm 35 now, I don't have an issue talking about age or whatnot, but I don't even think it was the year I hit 30. I don't know when that fully kicked in. People will just say, oh, well, once you got your degree, or, and I think that's what I expected it to do. I expected to get my doctorate and then suddenly feel good about myself. But I don't even think it hit quite then. I think even then I came in to my current job and was still kind of unsure of myself. And I think that once I started really working on it, from an anxiety standpoint, because I always had so much anxiety. And so once I started doing energy work, that made a huge impact and difference for me. And a lot of the things that I'm now teaching to other people, which are some of the tools of access consciousness, and some of the tools that I've sort of just picked up along the way. And that's a lot of what my Creating Confidence course is. And even the free 5-day taster is a lot of that, is finding the different ways in which we've shut off parts of ourselves. So shutting off all the things that we thought weren't good enough, or thought were not okay, or thought were unacceptable, and all the ways that we shut that down but never actually addressed. And so then when we see it in other people, we're quick to judge, or we're quick to be like, oh, I don't want to be like that, or I'm not like that. And then we shut that off again and again and again, over and over in our lives, where we're never allowed to be our full self. And when we shut all that off and we don't allow ourselves to stand in our power, to be ourselves, to be proud of the person that we are, then we keep shutting that off. And the more we shut it off, the more we make it a wrongness. And when we find all these things through our lives that we have made wrong about us, we start to really feel worse, or certainly not better. And it took me to definitely realize that, like, to undo all the things that I had made wrong about myself and all the things that other people had made wrong about me, and to pull them back up and to decide that there's nothing wrong with that. And it's awesome to be weird and quirky and odd and all the things that people have said about me, and instead to be in that rather than to shut all of that down to try to fit in, right? And how much have we spent our lives trying to fit in? And how has that made us the opposite of confident? How has that been the thing that shuts us down and shuts us off and makes us feel uneasy every time we walk in a room? That somehow everybody's going to see all the wrongness in us and isn't going to see, I don't know, what's really there. And how have we made that so significant and so vital? But what everybody else thinks about us, and how everybody else might judge us, or might think this, or might say this, or how I won't fit in, or I won't be liked, or I won't be chosen. Oh, there's so much energy with that. All those things that we've felt and been told and dealt with from our own judgments and our own criticisms. And what would it take to let go of that? And what would it take to step into the power that we are as us, and the phenomenons, the beauty, the strength that we could be when we stop worrying about all of that stuff and decide to release all of it and start to be the person that we were always meant to be? And how not only could that make our own lives better, but how could it make the lives better of everybody around us? How could it make the earth better? How could it make our children better? How could it make all the things better, happier, lighter, more joyful, if we allowed us to be the greatness that we truly are, rather than trying to conform to everything else and everyone else? What could that open? How could that change things in the world? How could one person who is willing to be all of them and to step into all that they are, how might that have a ripple effect? It's like the stone thrown into the pond. How might that ripple effect to everybody else, to all the people that person can touch by truly being themselves? And what if we were all willing to do that? What if we were all willing to step into that person that we are, all our weirdness and quirkiness and oddness and awesomeness and greatness, and stop being so afraid and stop trying to be like everybody else, so that we're all shells, cookie cutter versions of what we think we're supposed to be? What if we released all of that and actually could step into the person that we always have been and have confidence in that? And how might that inspire other people to do the same? I don't know. That's where I'm at tonight. I don't think this is very long, but I could say a lot about confidence. And maybe you know you need it, and maybe you don't feel like you have enough of it. Or maybe you do, or maybe you have this odd fear of being cocky. When you think about confident people, you think about these cocky people who are jerks or not kind, and I want to tell you that if that is your thought, it's a misperception. And not that it's a wrongness, it's just a misperception. That those people that you're thinking of, those cocky, overconfident, that's not confidence. That's insecurity. And the people that come off that way are hiding something. They're hiding all the insecurities from their childhood or from all the other things that they've made wrong or that other people have made wrong in them. And so those are the people who are judging others, that are not looking at themselves and coming off and looking at everybody else and looking for their wrongnesses. And as they're judging other people, they're not seeing anything about themselves. That is not confidence. That is feigned. So that's not the goal here. Truly confident people don't judge other people, and they don't feel the need to put anybody else down, and they don't decide that everything that they're doing is right and what everybody else is doing is wrong. True confidence doesn't need to do any of that. True confidence stands in itself, and a person who feels that way, the most confident people you know, the truly confident ones, not the cocky ones, those are the kind people in your life, the loving people in your life, the people who would do anything for you without expecting anything in return. And not just to prove anything to themselves, but just because it's in their good nature. And if that's already you, that's amazing. And if you're already on that path, that's amazing. And we are all on a journey. We are all on a path. And we're all getting there. I'm not perfect. I'm a lot more confident than I ever have been. But that doesn't mean that I've arrived. And I don't know what that looks like exactly. I have some ideas. But we're all in this together and all wanting to grow our confidence. But if that's of interest to you, check out my little 5-day confidence taster. It is completely free. You just click in there, sign up for it. You'll get daily emails for the next 5 days. That'll take you into it. Or you can just sign into your Teachable account through me. I think it's like teachable.com/journey-to-present. I think there's hyphens in there, but there's a link right here, which is way easier. So just click on the link here on my Journey to Present page and sign up for the free 5-day taster. Have fun with it. It's free. I feel like there shouldn't need to be anything beyond that. It's free. Why not? Do it. Check it out. I think that's all. So you guys have a beautiful Tuesday night, and thanks for listening. And I will talk to you all very soon. Thanks.